So we have a range of buildings here and structures from different periods. Obviously in that direction, where you can see the rusty metal tanks, is the old whaling station with the boilers that took the blubber nearest, and in the distance are the whale oil and diesel oil tanks. Just behind those, in the distance in front of the snow, you have the hunting air surveys accommodation. In the 1950s, when the British were sending dog teams mapping along Antarctica, the peninsula area, they were doing geology and the mapping, and they were ground truthing aerial photographs taken by flying boats which were based here, and that was their accommodation building. Then we have Biscoe House, the building which is now collapsing. That's where the mud flow went through the lounge in 1969. Next to it, the wooden building with the windows, which is still intact, is the generator shed. And just behind it, you can see a round tank, which is actually an old boiler. That was used for storing rubbish. And there used to be, until 1983, a green epoxy building, so a fiberglass building, which was the new kitchen and accommodation block, installed in the 1960s. And in early 1984, the British Antarctic Survey, quotes, found it to be missing. At about the same time, or shortly earlier, the Royal Marines had destroyed the Argentine base on the South Sandwich Islands as a follow-up to the Falklands War. This was a base installed by the military on British overseas territory, and there appeared to have been Argentine presence subsequent to the war. So there may or may not be a connection there with the disappearance of this building here. Then behind that is another building which is beginning to collapse. That was the old magistrates building, again dating from the whaling days when we had an administration here, but also that was used by the scientific base. Building here, not too sure of its use, but there was also a piggery in the whaling days, and I think that may be associated with part of that. Over where you can see the ship and two guests walking along the shore, there's two wheels sticking up. That's a Massey Ferguson tractor with the belts on it for going on snow. The same type of tractor that Sir Edmund Hillary drove on the Trans-Antarctic expedition. And you can see how much cinders, the deposit of cinders, has risen since the eruptions in 1967.